Hi, Martin here, and this is a little sneak peek into the PDF of my upcoming book, which we will probably name The Unofficial Ultimate Lego Weapons Guide. Yeah, and the long title is because my publisher worries a lot about copyright issues. And we haven't decided about the cover yet, but they will make a decision this or next week, and the book will definitely be released in May 2015. But anyways, let's take a look. Yeah, as you can see, it will be printed in full color. It starts with my Xubor logo, the Lego fist. And here you can see that it's not the final PDF because there are still comments from me and from my editor inside. Next 4 pages are the inventory, where you can see the icons of the 13 different models. That's the preface, the first appearance of the hero. And here is where the graphic story begins. The story is that she is in a hostile environment and needs to build a buttload of cool, badass equipment in order to survive. And here comes the first model. It's the Spectre. It's a pair of sunglasses. It's a rather easy to build model. I have a 6 steps skill level ranking from beginner through grandmaster, and the sunglasses are ranked novice. They come in 2 sizes for adults, Spectre Senior, and this one is for kids, Spectre Junior. This is the first pistol, called the Nice One, because it fires just 1 shot. And here come 2 blunt weapons. One of them is a working Lego baseball bat. And this is one of my favorite models, the Panzer Pod, which is an extremely cool looking Lego combat helmet consisting of 1,000 parts, and this is already one of the expert class models. And these are maybe the world's first really working Lego handcuffs, which are extremely stable and sturdy, and you can't get free without the key. And this one is a very interesting gadget. It's a so-called grappling gun, which is a sort of a harpoon, because it launches a little barbed hook which is connected to a rope. And you can do a lot of funny things with it, so I would definitely recommend building it. And finally, here is where the firearms section begins. It starts with the Hammer Junior, which is basically an improved version of the Scaramount, which I already uploaded building instructions of here on YouTube, so you can already build that one if you want. And the next one is also a crossbow pistol, but a slide action one. It's the Hammerhead Senior, which I regard as my absolute masterpiece. It's extremely sturdy, good looking. It has a unique and reliable chambering mechanism because the projectiles are stored above the launch rail, and it has a lot of firepower. I already uploaded a video about it some time ago. It's called the world's deadliest Lego gun, and it can really perforate Coke cans. But best thing about it is, I think, that it only needs 1 rubber band in order to work, because rubber bands are the most unreliable parts of Lego guns, because they always break and wear out and so on. And the Hammerhead Senior only uses 1, and you can exchange it easily if it breaks. Every building instruction in this book comes with an intro page with some eye candy and the technical data, followed by detailed descriptions of the mechanisms, then a bill of materials with part numbers, so it's easier for you to order these parts online, detailed step-by-step building instructions, and operation instructions, how it's loaded, and so on. And finally, last but not least, some additional tips. So, now here we got the gigantic dinosaur Superior. It's a 26 inches long, fully automatic monster, which weighs 5 pounds, and it's built of 1,600 parts. And it's definitely the model that took the most time to develop. Not because it's that complicated, but because it's such a huge model. And it's really that simple. The bigger the model, the more time you need to design it. I would say I need approximately 5 to 10 minutes per part. Here is the how it works section, bill of materials, and 32 pages of building instructions, which were quite difficult to make because of the model's sheer size. you have to separate such a huge model into many, many submodels in a smart way somehow in order to make the building instructions fit into such a small book at all. And here comes the second fully automatic gun in this book. It's the Melody, a rubber band machine pistol, which was originally designed for my last book, Badass Lego Guns, and you can start building it right now because I uploaded free building instructions for it on my YouTube channel. And finally, this is the bonus model. It's the Lego H&K G3 replica, and I think it's the model that most potential readers are interested in. And yeah, it reassembles the shortest version of the G3 called MC51, which looks a lot like a MP5 submachine gun. And what I like about it is the short barrel, because a Lego replica gun doesn't need a long barrel. The magazine holds 20 rounds, just like the original, and it's very hard to build. For example, it has less parts than the Dinosaur Superior, but more building instruction steps. And that's because if you want your replica to have exactly the same dimensions as the original, and at the same time all the mechanisms inside, you have to do some strange things. Maybe you know the term snort, and that means studs not on top. That's a description for Lego models which are built in a very non-conventional way with creative new building techniques and so on. And I think this model is a very good example for that. Yeah, this is a building instruction for a working red dot sight. And here on page 324 the appendix starts with a great 14 pages tutorial about how to buy Lego parts, and that's because so many readers of my previous books complain about getting parts being such a huge pain in the arse, and they're absolutely right. But this tutorial will definitely help you. And here we got the, in my opinion, coolest part of the book. It's the design evolutions or design history. These are lists of prototypes I built in order to create the final model. And I did it by making a screenshot or a photograph of my model after every big change I made. And yeah, it's really the didactic part of the book, because you can perfectly see here how it's done. First, you gotta find a good launching mechanism and then try to build a cool looking design around it. For the Dinosaur Superior, for example, I first had another mechanism in mind with exchangeable magazines, but then I had the idea of the multi-rail concept, which was extremely hard to find a beautiful shape for, and also a nice color scheme, which wasn't on the one hand too colorful and flower powerish, and on the other hand also not too boring or just black or gray. Yeah, and you will be able to comprehend all these decisions by studying the design evolution pages. And that's it. The book has no less than 354 pages and at the same time an extremely dense typesetting, which means that the typesetter did a good job, didn't leave too much white space and didn't waste any paper. So in fact you get a 500 pages book, which is shrink down. My publisher announced it for just $20, which is in my opinion way too inexpensive, but they should be knowing better than me because they release 1,000 books a year. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, and if you have any questions about this book or other stuff, please leave them here in the comments section or just become my Facebook friend, where I post updates and Lego related things from time to time. Okay then, bye!